Welcome to Alchemy Avenue, where we transform in real time, trust the vibe, and grow on purpose. This isn't just a podcast, it's a movement, a reminder that you don't need fixing, just unlocking. Around here, we laugh, we build, we heal, and we elevate, all powered by that deep inner knowing that says, this is exactly where I'm meant to be. You were made for this version of you, so let's expand, let's enjoy it, and let's keep becoming who we already are. Tap in. This is Alchemy Avenue. Welcome to another amazing episode of Alchemy Avenue. Today, I'm excited about what we're going to build and how we're going to just get into a different mindset about how we operate life and how we just enjoy ourselves and all the parts of it. Today, we're going to talk about growing wings where armor used to be. There's a moment in our evolution when we realize the armor we once needed to survive has become too heavy to fly. For years, that armor was necessary. It helped us navigate unsafe spaces, uncertain people, unpredictable life moments. It gave us control when control was the only thing keeping us from falling apart. But what happens when we've outgrown the battlefield and that same armor that once saved us is now holding us back from the next horizon or our next evolution? What we're going to do and build for this episode is recognize when it's time to lay down the weight, lay it down. Not because we're being naive or totally not aware of situations and being protected, but because we finally become the kind of person who can trust our wings. So let's really unpack that whole sentiment of being able to grow wings where the armor used to be, allowing ourselves not to be soft. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that creating more power from those places where we had to protect ourselves. The reason why we had to do it is important, and it was very and thoroughly useful for us to be that way at those moments, because one, we didn't have any other way to protect ourselves, and it was us being brilliant creators to be able to find a way to still go through life and handle situations and still try to have a sound mind and have whatever kind of clarity we had at the time to be able to move and operate. Brilliant of us to do that. So that's never a discount or never look down that we had to do that, because we had to protect ourselves. We had to, because one, whatever happened to us, whatever it did, and depending on our mental capacity, we didn't have the tools to do it any other way. So that's the way we created, and that's what gets us to this place now. We may not have grown into the person we are now if we didn't have that kind of response. So let's not demonize. Let's not say it was bad. Let's not, to me, let's not look at it like that. Let's look at it as a way that we had to protect ourselves. And that's powerful for us to do that. So recognizing the old armor. So now it's been on us. It's rusted. It's old. Because now we've built up a different kind of stamina, a different kind of protection as we go forward. So now let's talk about recognizing the old armor, the old patterns, the old ways. Because it's old now, because now we have grown. Everybody's in different space, in different levels of your growth and expansion. But now we have grown. So now old armor doesn't always look like metal plates or cold walls. It doesn't. Sometimes it looks like needing to control every outcome. Always in control. I have to be in control. Avoiding deep connection so you don't get hurt. Always doing things alone so no one can fail you. Pretending everything is fine so no one sees your cracks. Working twice as hard to prove you deserve your place, where you can just be and understand if you're there, you already deserve it. These patterns aren't random. They are forged in the fire, literally forged in the fire. Again, those are ways you had to protect yourself, Those are ways that you thought, and you at least, and know at that time you knew, oh, I gotta do this. I have to. They made sense when you first built them. Perfect. And then again, we are brilliant. We are brilliant creators. And you got to applaud yourself for being that way and doing what you had to do. You had to do it. There was no other way for you to understand how to move and operate since you didn't have any other tools. But here's the truth. If we are at this moment now where I got this information and then now I'm presenting it, this information to you, if we are here now, we're probably most likely, I ain't gonna say most likely, we are ready for more than just surviving. We're ready to thrive and live in a more open and fully authentic way, not from fear, anger, self-judgment, and self-doubt. So honoring its original place. Again, we have to honor it. We have to put it in a place of just remembrance, and even if it has to be an example of this is where I came from. Even if we got to strip ourselves of those things and put them in a place and say, this is where I came from. This is what I had to do. I appreciate that. But now I've grown into my next. We don't tear down armor with force. We thank it. We say, you've done your job well. You kept me safe when I didn't have tools I have now. This gratitude is powerful because it tells your nervous system you're not abandoning safety, you're upgrading it. So it's an upgrade. Again, I don't ever want anybody to think that I'm trying to say, let's be soft, let's be fragile, let's be weak. No. You're just upgrading the way you protect yourself from a different place of clarity and a different place of just abundance and how you see yourself and how you view yourself. Instead of shaming yourself for having these defenses, you honor them as proof of your resilience. Every plate of that armor you built was by a version of you that refused to quit. Again, if you in the battlefield, you fighting and you had to, get scrap metal or get whatever you needed to put on you to protect you, it's what you had to do. Honor that. We are so amazing for how we move and operate in that way, because I'm telling you, we have an incredible story. First, we have to be proud of it ourselves. Once we're proud of it for ourselves, then it's easier to just understand that you had to do what you had to do at those moments. That's just what it is. Shifting into new patterns aligned with presence. Here's where transformation happens. Old armor says, I'm safe because I'm untouchable. The new wings say, I'm safe because I can trust myself in any space. You replace safety through control with safety through presence. You start making decisions from openness, not preemptive closure. So you're open. You always understand that how you move and how you operate, everything always works out for you. You're always in a presence of clarity and precision. So now when you make your decisions and you go in, not saying you're not going to still make mistakes, things is not still going to happen, but now they don't affect you as they once would have. They don't tear you down to zero and break you all the way down. Even the smallest things can do that. Even people's expectation of you, and you necessarily say you make a mistake, and I mean you made a mistake, but their perception of that could send you back into a place in your mind like, oh my God, or you can say I'm always messing stuff up, or I mean whatever we can create in our mind. I say we because I do it myself. I had to stop myself this week because I made a mistake at work. I'm at a new position, and they wasn't trying to come for me, but just the reaction of the mistake, and in my mind, I was like, dang, because I don't really like, I've always been a person, especially at like a job or where I work, that people can depend on, and I get things done. Like I do it well. But I'm new, you know what I'm saying? But even if I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, it was just a miscommunication. So, and then it can still be corrected, which I did, you know, with no issue. However, in my mind, you can create stories, loops that'll send you back to a place or kind of tear you down. But I had to tell myself, no, 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 you all right. Again, even though it happened, just the fact that I'm involved and where I'm at now, it's going to work out. It has to work out. It just has to. There's no other reason. There's no other way for it to end besides it working out. Far as whatever that's going to be, but it's still going to work out. Not saying that I got every answer to every solution, but again, if I'm involved and I have to, you know, use my creativity or use my presence to be in a situation, that's how I always see it. It's going to work out. Something's going to come to me, or something's already came to me, for me to be able to step in and be able to move the way I needed to move. You replace safety through control with safety through presence. We start making decisions from openness, not preemptive closure. Your body learns sometimes slowly, because a lot of times your body, your nervous system stores trauma and those triggers. It stores there. So now when something happens, again, you say, oh, I thought I was over that. Maybe it's the way it showed up, but maybe your body is creating this response, and you're like, well, I'm not mad, or I know the situation, I'm not mad, but why do I feel this nervousness and anxiety? To me, way I deal with anxiety, and I see it as data, I see it as information, and this all happens, at least for me, at a split second. Because I feel the nervousness, the warmth, the whatever it comes over me. Okay, now I gotta understand: are these my feelings, or am I feeling something from other people, or just the field itself? And then do I want to take this on? No, I don't, because I don't want it. So then I just let it. I mean, it happens real quick. Happens real quick. And I let it just flow through me. I have to, because I don't want to take it on. I don't want it at all. So our body learns, sometimes slowly, sometimes all at once, that it's okay to receive. It is okay to receive love without suspicion, opportunity without fear or loss, support without fear or doubt. And what we got to understand is that we're always guided and protected. If you, whatever you believe, I believe we're always, 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 always guided and protected. And that's why I can have the confidence that everything always works out for me, because I'm always guided. I'm always protected. Even if, to me, whatever religion you believe in, if you believe in the one singular God, how are you not guided and protected then? Why wouldn't everything work out for you? Not to me, it don't matter what you believe. That sentiment should resonate in all, because if you truly believe, now if you believe that you have to go through all these hard different things and you got to go through the worst of situations, then that's what you got to believe. I don't believe that. I don't think I have to learn my lessons in those hard and those kind of ways. I've learned some lessons in some hard ways, but I don't believe. I think that was more of me and how I was vibrating and how I attracted that. Because now I don't have to learn lessons in hard ways, or as different situations come. Even being at this new job for this week, 2 weeks now, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it's been like 2, 3 weeks. I've learned so much about myself and how I move and operate. I have daily and constant conversations in my head about, okay, what do you think about this? Okay, boom. Okay. I'm just evaluating as I move and operate, and just being able to be who just be my authentic self and being okay with everybody's not going to not necessarily agree, because you don't have to get into detail with everybody, but you may hear something and you may feel you want to add some kind of comment, but you don't have to. There's no way you should convince or have to feel you need to convince someone about who you truly are and how you move and operate. They don't want to move like that. Cool. That's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. So again, this is about being appreciative of what you've done, and you've done it to protect you. You are here now. So now you got to get into a better space. Not even gonna say a better space, a more harmonious space. So then whenever things happen, you have a better vantage point to better choose how you want to react instead of just reacting. So being more proactive than reactive. So recoding thought loops. Armor is reinforced in the mind long before it shows up in the body. Pay attention to the silent scripts. Pay attention. If I don't do it myself, it won't get done right. I've said that plenty of times. I can't let them see me weak. If I'm too open, I'll get hurt. I kind of just want to go through those, because if I don't do it myself, it won't get done right. And for me, I had to release myself from trying to control situations and just do what, if I'm supposed to do whatever part of it, I'm going to do it. And then if I got to give my suggestions, I'll give my suggestions, but I cannot allow my suggestion being given. And then if people want to take it, take it. If you don't, you don't. I got to release myself from your expectation of what I should do and my expectation what I think you should do. It is what it is. Now, if it's something I need done, then of course I need to talk about it, and let's be open and communicate well. But however, if I gotta I'm gonna do my part. Give my suggestion. If it's taken. If not, hey, do your thing. I can't let them see me weak, and it's really not. And that right there, and I'm gonna say this, and I hope it doesn't seem like insensitive. I just don't want to be a person that can just be weak. I don't want to be that. I don't even want to be a person that's weak. I don't. Like, I don't want to be a person that's too sensitive. I don't want to be a person where my feelings can get hurt. I don't. Even if someone does say something to me that somebody may call me, you are the worst person ever. Okay. I definitely know that's not true at all. Or whatever they can say. Or just how they can say it. I don't even want to be a person that can get, and again, I just hope that doesn't go over people's head and just think that I'm saying that I'm just supposed to be all high and mighty and I can't be human. Yes, I'm still human. I still have feelings and emotions, but I don't want to have them so fickle that how someone says something can truly affect how I feel. I may not like it. However, okay. All right. So that's just what has helped me just move with more clarity, because now the response I get from people, I'm not even really trying to hear. I'm trying to understand what's going on instead of me so tied into the response and how you may have said something or even what you said. I just need to see it all in a full circle. I don't know if that makes sense, but again, I don't want to be someone where I can be weak, and I don't want to be someone, if I say I'm too open, I'll get hurt. I don't even want to be that kind of person. I hope that makes sense. I am safe to be seen as I am. I trust my discernment to welcome what's aligned. That's it. That goes exactly to what I just was saying. I trust my discernment to welcome what's aligned. So if someone does say something, oh, that's not aligned with me, I don't have to. Again, it's It's not aligned with me, so I don't even have to consider it. I don't at all. I'm open and still protected. See, again, to me, it doesn't matter what religion you subscribe to. It does not. If you believe in whatever you believe in, but if you believe in that higher power, I'm open and still protected. So it doesn't matter if you feel you want to do something or feel you want to be open, but you gotta understand you are still protected in all that you do. Especially if you're coming from the heart. If you truly want to do something, truly coming from the heart, do it. That's with everything. That's with everything. Just do it. Do it. When you shift and the thought loops, the nervous system starts believing the new reality. That's what happens. So just as if trauma can program your body and your nervous system being open, resilient, trustworthy, consistent, and just admirable to yourself, that changes your nervous system and how your mind and how you receive signals. Because your brain, it just receives the signals from, the overall consciousness. And then you perceive things the way you perceive them. But you can change that by how you're open to yourself and how you love yourself. And then being authentically, it always goes back into being authentically you. Once you are just the best version that you can be at this now moment, that opens this field up in major ways. Reframing self-protection into expansion. Let's talk about it. Here's the secret. Here's the secret. Protection doesn't have to mean restriction. In fact, the most expansive people I've met have the deepest safety. Not because they hide, but because they are anchored. They're anchored in who they truly are. And they love it. Super, just I'm me. And I love being me. I love it. True safety isn't the absence of discomfort. Again, we're not saying that nothing's going to not happen to you, or you're not going to make mistakes, or you're not going to run into any kind of conflict. It's the capacity to remain whole inside, even going through that conflict. That's the true game right there. Like I said, I just went through that this past week, and just understanding who I am. I'm David. And I name, all the things that I name about myself on a daily basis. I'm smart, funny, amazing, super creative, intelligent, very detailed about how I go about doing things, super loving. That's who I am. So move like that. Even when even when you do run into challenges, whoever you are, still be that. You don't have to change. You don't have to morph into something different. If you just be you consistently, it's easy to do it. The more you do it. Just saying. I know. True safety isn't the absence of discomfort like we talked about. The capacity to remain whole inside when things go down is definitely the best part of being who you truly are. It's knowing you can be fully present in the middle of uncertainty and still feel at home in yourself. You feel at home in yourself because you're used to it. It's comfortable. It's just a logical thing to do. This is where your wings grow. When your boundaries protect your energy without hardening your heart. There you go. There you go. That's a major key right there. When your boundaries. So that's all part of you knowing who you are, because now you know your boundaries. You know your limits. You know how far you will want to go with something. Nah, I don't want to go that far. I'm good. And then oh no, I don't need to talk to them right now. I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to have this conversation. Let me pivot. No. Oh, this don't feel right. Let me get up out of here. Understand your boundaries, protect your energy without hardening your heart. And hardening your heart could be people saying, well, you ain't coming, or why you leaving, or we ain't see you at such and such. No, yeah, I was good. I was busy. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go in full detail. I was busy. And if you've been busy on the couch, you've been busy creating, you've been busy reading, you've been busy, you know, doing whatever you doing. You've been busy going on a drive. You busy doing whatever you wanted to do. That's busy. So that's not even overthink busy. Sitting on the porch, busy. Drinking whatever you drinking on the porch or sitting outside, grounding, busy. So whatever that is, let it be that, and that's cool. It's okay. And no matter who it is either that you're talking to, family, friends, don't matter. I was busy. I had something that I already planned. I had something already planned. Again, whatever those plans were, let those plans be those plans. Again, sitting on the porch, reading, chilling, cooking, watching your show, sitting on the floor in the living room, no TV, just vibing to some music or vibing to silence. Whatever. Again, do what you want to do when you can do it. And that part is important too to me because some people say, "Well, I try to meditate or I try to have some time to myself." Have quality time to yourself. So I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but scrolling is not time to yourself. Have real time to yourself. Do again, just explore different things about yourself. But I'm telling you, scrolling and listen to some, if you have to, listen to some videos. But keep your phone, tablet, whatever, away from you. Laptop, away from you for that time, just so you can kind of listen to yourself, listen to your body. That helps me a lot. But again, I get the, oh, I'm scrolling too much. Hold on, I'm tripping. Let me put this away. This is time. This is my time, and I don't want to use my time for that because it doesn't feel as uplifting or powerful when no one's calling your name and you chilling by yourself. But scrolling, it doesn't give me the full effect that I want of just having some me time and just chilling, relaxing. So let's just understand, being able to be in a space where we can create what we want, but knowing that it's okay to be that creative. We got to give ourselves permission at times to do certain things because a new idea may come up. Do it. Let's just keep doing it. So it's knowing you can be fully present in the middle of uncertainty. Got to get back into that because that right there is powerful. The middle of uncertainty. When your boundaries protect you, your energy without hardening your heart. Just had to repeat that because we don't want to be so removed that now we can't even be around people. No, you still can go and to whatever you want to go to, day party or just a regular party, a bar, a club, whatever you want to do, and still laugh on purpose and have a good time. But you don't have to do those things. That's what I'm saying. If you laugh and have a good time with you, and then when you connect with like-minded people, I'm not saying y'all agree on everything, but then y'all can you can still have a good time. Because I know at least for me, sometimes I try to be reserved, but you still can just let loose and have a good time. Then that's okay. So what happens when you think this way? This has been definitely a section on each part of these last few episodes. Once you begin replacing armor with wings, the world meets you differently. Opportunities come faster because you're not signaling resistance. Relationships deepen because you're not guarded by default. Creativity flows because you're not burning energy, defending every move. Let's talk about that for a second. So now creativity can flow. You're not as tired because you're not so tense all the time. Your body is not having to, hold the armor or be so protected and burning through that energy. So now you're not as tired. You have more energy to do what you want to do. Your life begins to feel lighter, not because everything is perfect, but because you're no longer carrying a fortress on your back everywhere you go. The wildest part about this, you still feel safe, safer really than before, because that safety comes from inside. That safety and assurance comes from inside of you. If you take nothing from what we just kind of built on today, if you don't take anything, the armor was never failure. Understand that. Understand that the protection and everything that you built through those times was not failure. It was brilliance, a sacred survival strategy for the version of you who needed it the most and needed it at that time. You are amazing for even thinking about creating that kind of protection around you. But now another brilliance is calling. Again, you're still brilliant. Now you get to be brilliant in another way, because now you get to upgrade yourself and create something new. One that doesn't weigh you down or keep you braced for impact. This is not about leaving yourself wide open to harm, nor about letting others mishandle you. It's about stepping into a new form of protection, one rooted in clarity, self-trust, and lightness. Think of it this way. You don't have to fight the wind anymore. You don't. The very gusts that we once feared, we once, try to get protection from, that gust can now become updrafts for our wings. We can move with discernment and dignity and clarity, not being bogged down, but lifted up. This isn't rushing to strip off every defense. Not saying they can just drop it in. Some people could, but it'd be, in my opinion, the best way to just take one step at a time about, okay, how can I start with this? What is one of the things I want to be more open with, or that I don't have to protect myself in this way anymore. You still protect yourself, but you don't have to do it in that way where you're standoffish and it's so rugged and rigid. Not far as that protection. So it's listening to the quiet truth inside of you. I'm ready to move differently now. And when you honor that truth, that you're ready to move differently now, you don't just endure the journey, you soar, fully freed and empowered. Powerful ways that you didn't even realize yourself. Once you start to move like this, you will definitely find other things about yourself that you're like, wow, okay, I can do it. Because it's really some of the same things you've done before, but now you're repurposing it, and to make your defenses different. So really hope this helped, because it definitely helped me just with when I was meditating on this, and then just the idea of definitely growing wings where armor used to be, because we don't have to be. We still protect ourselves. We still don't want anyone to mishandle us. By no means. By no means. But understanding there's more harmonious ways to do it and move and operate. So, hey, until next time, really appreciate you. If you need anything from me, comment on this video, or you can reach me at Alchemy Avenue 859 at gmail.com. Till the next one, Ashe.